What's going on, LDBC? Another video like I promised, your boy QuestX. This is going to be a fight, big fight coming up this weekend. Terrance Crawford versus Viktor Postol. I believe this will be the tallest fighter that, what do you call that? Terrance Crawford is fighting. I believe Terrance Crawford is listed at 5'8". And I believe Postol will be, he's like my fucking height. He's like 5'11". And that's tall. That's extremely tall at 140. And 147 especially. Let me tell you something. I know a lot of people are saying that Terrance Crawford will wash Viktor Postol. I honestly would not take that position. Here's what's going to end up happening. And this is something that I have to be completely honest. Terrance Crawford, while I respect this man's dog, I respect this dude's willing to go into the fray. Terrance Crawford's been fighting some tiny dudes. I think that Viktor Postol's length will pose a bit of an issue for Terrance Crawford in the first few rounds. Here's what I don't want to see, and here's what my suggestion would be to Terrance Crawford. Don't go to southpaw. Don't go to southpaw. You've been caught with the overhand right. You know, Hank Lundy showed it, and Gamboa showed it, that what ends up happening is that for whatever reason, when Terrance Crawford is in the southpaw position, he gets a bit lazy with his defense, and he's susceptible to those overhand rights. And I don't want to see, this is going to be a different type of fighter, because the thing is that I can pretty much guarantee you that Viktor Postol, on a boxing, just purely boxing IQ point of view, Viktor is light years ahead of Lundy and Gamboa. Gamboa was a very small guy, whereas Gamboa, he had a great amateur career. Gamboa was just vastly undersized and couldn't take advantage of the shots and the openings the way that I think Viktor Postol can do. Now, I'm not saying Viktor Postol is going to win this fight. I still ultimately feel that the stronger fighter will be Terrance Crawford. I just don't want to I just caution people, don't take this position that Terrance Crawford is just going to go in there and whitewash Viktor Postol. And you know, this is kind of sad, especially at the fact that this is pay-per-view. I think this is going to do horrible numbers. And it's going to be a black eye on Terrance Crawford, and it's not his fault. This is, fucking Bob Arum, Top Rank, fucking assholes, trying to milk money. But I already see the cracks coming when it comes to his relationship with Terrance Crawford, especially in light the last few days where they keep letting Michael Collins open his mouth. And, recently Terrance Crawford's team is just like, hey, kiss my ass, Manny Pacquiao. And I'm pretty sure, Terrance has heard the opinions of us here on YouTube and the opinions of many people who feel he need to get the fuck away from Bob Arum. So, I mean, regardless of whatever happens, I just don't want to see Terrance Crawford go in there thinking he's going to just come in and he can walk through shots from Viktor Postol. Viktor Postol is very crafty, very crafty. Even in the fight where Postol was fighting Lucas Matisse, he tried to do shit early on in the fight that he was setting Matisse up for, that midway through the 7th, 8th round were just like fluid for Postol. And that wasn't by luck. He was setting that shit up. So to me, this fight's going to just go, it's not going to be a barn burner at first. I think that what's going to end up happening, this is going to be a good fight, good scrap. It's going to go some rounds. Ultimately, I feel that Terrance Crawford will pull out the victory. Again, I just don't want people to just think that, oh, yeah, it's just going to be a whitewash for Terrance Crawford, because this is by far the craftiest fighter he's fighting. We may not think those subtle, jerky moves that Viktor Postol makes are anything, but the guy can fight. The motherfucker can fight. Viktor Postol can fight, and he can crack. He doesn't have devastating punching power, but the guy can definitely keep you honest. So that's just how I see this fight. I see it coming down to this fight will go into the later rounds by 8, 9 rounds. I think eventually Postol will wilt because Terrance Crawford's going to have to realize he's going to have to cut the ring off on Postol, and he cannot let Postol tie him up. Viktor Postol doesn't get a lot of credit. I mean, a lot of people sit there and say he holds, but it's effective. To me, it's effective holding. He gets you to dull out your offense and to halt the action, so he makes you reset. So I just don't want, again, like I said, I want my boy Crawford to use that jab, keep that jab, but he's going to have to figure out how to get past Postol's jab. And Postol can punch to the body as well. Not that effective as Crawford, because Crawford is a wicked body puncher. I don't know if anybody ever noticed that, but that dude can freeze you with some shots to the body. I would just caution Crawford from doing the switching thing. You can't as you move up in competition, guys are going to be ready for that. And Hank Lundy, not nearly the pedigree of Viktor Postol, was able to show you what happens if you switch on a fighter who has planned for it. I don't want you to do that shit, brother. Just stick to a steady, disciplined diet of trying to get around that jab. Stick to the body. Try to keep Postol stationary. Go to the body. Go to the body. Stay at the body. And just get inside. But you cannot get lazy with your defense, because I swear I'm noticing a trend with Crawford. And maybe it's because he's fought smaller guys who he didn't have to be that defensively responsible with. But you cannot give away those free shots to the head. This your boy Quest. That's all I got. Might do one more video. I don't know. This is, lady's out. She's away at business for the rest of the weekend. So, I got plenty of free time. To the brothers in the LDBC, stay up.